Hi everyone, this is Stephen with the Guardian Group of Alabama. And recently I was asked again, I've been asked many times, uh, and it has been pointed out that, firearm rights are for everyone. You can't pick and choose. And that is the case. If you fight for rights, those rights are for everybody. Uh, and it was brought up to me the fact about, hey, not everyone should own firearms. And, I do feel that way. But the right to own them is a different story. And we are an advocate for the Second Amendment and for firearm ownership and self-defense. But being that was brought up to me, I would like to go over a few things. Now, this isn't saying there's laws against it or anything like that. This is just my personal beliefs here. So everything in this video is going to be complete opinion, and I'm not going to go into laws on this. But being I was asked, here is some of my personal views on things such as firearms. And I do have my firearm that I carry with me here to sort of help in this, and I'll use this in a bit. But here are some of the things. People that I think personally should not even consider owning a firearm. And the first one is, if you're just plain stupid, if you're dumb, if you constantly do stupid stuff that ends up, getting you or someone else hurt or in trouble, if you don't have common sense, or if everything you come up with, all your ideas are a constant failure, there's a pretty good chance you don't have the mentality to possess a firearm. And you see these people all the time. The internet is full of them. They do stupid stuff, and they think it's funny. But when you are dealing with firearms, they are dangerous. They will kill, and that is one thing that I don't tolerate, is somebody acting goofy and not respecting the fact that a firearm is dangerous. If I'm on the range and somebody is playing around and waving a gun around and all this kind of stuff, I will say something, because they're not only putting themselves in danger, they're putting me in danger. So that's one of the things. The next one is that if you feel like owning that weapon somehow gives you miraculous superpowers, and you are now Rambo, that cannot be injured, and that just boosts your ego up to the point to you think you can just do whatever simply because you own that firearm, in my opinion, you don't need one. You've got the wrong mentality. You need to grow up, and that you would be a candidate for learning a lot before you ever even think about owning a firearm. The next one is, if you are a wannabe gangster or thug, which goes back to the Rambo mentality, and you think that firearm is is what makes you tough. If you're using it to intimidate people somehow, in your mind, it makes you think you've got power over someone else. You definitely do not need a firearm. One of the things that is likely to happen, that kind of mentality, you're going to mouth off and pull that gun on the wrong person one day, and they're going to shoot you and possibly kill you. So if you've got that kind of mentality, you don't need a firearm. You're doing it for the wrong reason. Another one here, and I had to type this out so I could keep my train of thought on this. But if you're the kind of person that and don't get me wrong when I say this, having a beer or something isn't anything bad. But if you're the kind of person that you drink a beer and then you drink six or seven, and while doing this, you have a very high tendency to go off on a rampage, or you get easily offended and you look for confrontations, uh, in my opinion, you don't need a firearm. You're going to end up in jail. It's different if you're drunk and you pick a fist fight than if you're a drunk and you pick a fight and you've got a firearm. Uh, then you're going to serve some serious time. You don't need a firearm. If you're not able to control yourself and to limit yourself and know your limits, uh, you're not responsible enough to have a firearm. So that's another one on my list. Uh, if owning a firearm is fun and games to you, you think they're pretty, you think they're cool, uh, you think that they're something to show off, like your model cars or your whatever fruity fruity pebbles collection or whatever it is. uh, you don't need a firearm. You don't have the mentality. They are not something that's you know you just bring it out in the middle of a family gathering and start showing it off like it's a picture of your hunting dog or something. They are dangerous, and when you do that, all it takes is one negligent discharge, and you kill or injure somebody. Uh, then you'll find out the truth in that. It is not fun and games. It is a very serious matter, and all weapons should be treated with respect and with some common sense. If if you think that the only thing that you need to know about a firearm is this right here, this trigger, if you think that's the only thing you need to know about it is how to pull that trigger, uh, and you never practice, you never train, you feel like that firearm, just owning it, keeps you safe. If you think that, or if you don't know the laws in your state of self-defense and the legal consequences of your actions, and if you don't know when you can use that weapon in self-defense, and you just stop as, oh, I got a gun, and I know where this trigger is, you're going to seriously run into some problems. Again, this goes back to thinking that just owning it. Just owning a weapon does not keep you safe. It's just like having insurance on your car. That doesn't magically mean that you're going to never have an accident. It means in case of an accident. Same with owning a firearm. Just to own this and put it on your hip or stick it in your purse does you no good whatsoever. None. More than likely, if you don't know how to use it, if you're not prepared to use it in that, and you think simply just waving it around, it's probably going to get taken away from you. If you hesitate, if you're in a life and death situation and you hesitate, and you're not ready to defend yourself with it, it's doing you no good. So those are the things on my list, and while I was sitting here I thought about this. If you're the kind of person that constantly calls this a clip instead of a magazine, you don't need a firearm. I hear it from guys all the time, and yeah, I got a 15 round clip. This is a magazine. It's entirely different than a clip. This magazine, proper name, magazine. So those are some of the the things that I think. Again, it's not law. That's just personal opinion. We know how those goes. Everybody has them. So anyway, I hope I injected some humor in it, but also some common sense. These are things you need to think about. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming up. It's the middle of August, and we've got a lot of things planned. Thank y'all to the new supporters of the Guardian Group. We really appreciate it. We're going to start getting better videos out. Rather than me just sitting here in the chair and talking, we're going to try to do some outdoor stuff and bring you some more information regarding the laws. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, let us know on the Facebook page, Guardian Group of Alabama. We have email addresses up there. We encourage you to send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. We'll try to answer your questions the best we can. If we cannot get you an answer right then, we will find you an answer. So feel free to contact us there. Thank y'all so much, and y'all have a great day.